So while such irony may be just a byproduct of our country's agricultural success, when you look at our planet's limited resources along with a rapidly growing population in the developing world, such outlandish wastefulness is not sustainable. Joining me now in the studio is the president of the American Meat Science Association, Dr. Brad Morgan. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Rob.
So in terms of our food supply and our world population, what's the problem?
The problem is, very honestly, we're very spoiled people in the United States. Whether you're talking about transportation or housing, or in this case, food, we're very wasteful. And I think there's a lot of things that are going to come up in the future. You know, by the year 2050, we're going to have 9 billion people on the planet. And in case we haven't really thought about that, we're running out of land that we can farm and ranch on. So in the future, we're going to have to depend on using technology. In technology, we use that in the beef cattle industry, we use it in farming operations, and we're going to have to go ahead and use more and more of that in the future in order to provide food for those 9 billion people.
Now, no way to discount those that may be suffering food insecurity, but if you do make a living wage in this country, food is typically both abundant and relatively cheap.
On average, we spend about 7% of our disposable income to feed our families. Now compare Canada, for instance, who they actually make about the same amount of money that we do. They spend about 9%. And obviously the reason for that is their growing season is shorter. They have to bring in a lot of fruits and vegetables and have to import some different types of products. So it's going to be about 9% compared to our 7%. Now our friends to the south in Mexico, they spend about 25% of their disposable income on food. Now, obviously, they don't make as much money per capita as we do in the United States and Canada. So again, they have to spend more. One of the things that you'll find out, though, is if you go over to Europe, for instance, they spend, depending on what country, anywhere from 15 all the way to 40% of their income is spent on trying to put food on their families' tables. And then our friends in Asia, Korea and Japan, for example, they'll spend anywhere from 15 to 20% of their income. So with most of these countries around the world that make the same amount of money that we do, they're going to spend anywhere from 2 to 4 times as much on food as we do here in the United States.
So when it comes to food waste, can it be attributed to us just being careless with what seems like to be a very abundant resource?
You know, we are very, very efficient in this country. We are very efficient at producing food. We're very efficient in harvesting it. We're very efficient in putting it into a truck and getting it down a major interstate to a distribution center or to a manufacturing facility. We're very efficient in getting it to the grocery store. We're very efficient to getting it to our houses. And more than in that, we're also very efficient in putting it in a trash can and pushing it to the curb and getting rid of any food waste or any scraps that we would have. So our system is very efficient. In the United States, we do throw away about, believe it or not, about 3,000 pounds of food per second in the United States. Is what we throw away. And that's food that has been purchased at the grocery store or food that's been purchased at a restaurant. That does not even include the food that is wasted in the growing fields because the tomato was small or it was irregular shaped or had a blemish on it. So we throw away about 1,400 calories per person per day in the United States, just on a daily basis. Throw it away. And that's sort of a shame when you know that there's people in Oklahoma and around the world that are hungry.
So could it be argued that this is just part of maybe a larger trend of our kind of a disposable society like you talked about? What's industry doing?
Well, the industry, we're finally standing up and saying, you know, we put too much work into this just to throw it away. And it's just not right either. So what the industry's doing is they're doing several things, and it's really coming to a head very quickly. We are doing a lot of research, the company that I work with, as well as, for instance, at Oklahoma State University, in packaging systems. In other words, intelligent packaging systems, things that can help you manipulate and manage your inventory. So in other words, I know that crate of strawberries, it's been in the package for 14 days, while this one has only been in the package for 7. And you have actually indicators now that say this one needs to be put out first. Or the other thing that may happen is that we used to all look for the coupons in the grocery, in the Wednesday or the Sunday newspaper, and it was buy one, get one free. Well, there's companies now, grocery stores, for instance, Tesco in Europe, they're actually saying, you know what, we're going to give you a buy one, get one free, but it's next time. So you buy a basket of strawberries, they print you out a coupon, And the next time you come into their store, we're going to give you a deal of, and it's strawberries for free.
So that second basket of strawberries doesn't grow mold in my refrigerator.
It doesn't grow mold, and the other thing it does is it gets you back into their store. So again, it's good marketing, and it's saved them. They've actually saved about 20% of the produce that they sell at Tesco's in Europe. They've saved it using this real simple concept of buy one, get one free next time.
So what do you think this more sustainable world will look like?
The state of Oklahoma, we have about 3.5 million people that live in it. The country of South Korea, they have about half the landmass of the state of Oklahoma, and they have 52 million people that live in half of Oklahoma in that country. So they don't have room to grow food. That's why their food is 15 to 20% of their income to buy it. More than that, they don't have landfills. So what happens now is you put your trash in Seoul, South Korea, all of the disposable trash you put in a blue bag, and then all of the food waste you put it in a clear bag. And that clear bag you take to a specified dumpster, and you open it up and you put it in there, and the more you put in, the more you're going to have to pay to get rid of your food waste. So you pay for it on the front end, and you also pay for it on the back end. This has saved that country about $4 billion the first year. And it's just the right thing to do, not throwing food away, good food. And it also helps you to try to manage your buying habits a little bit. So we're starting to see that same technology now in New York City and in San Francisco. So it's starting to come to the United States as well, trying to help manage food waste in a lot of places where there's a lot of people and not a lot of places to get rid of food waste.
Well, certainly good food for thought for a day that or a week that we do waste a lot of food. All right, thank you so much, Brad.
You're welcome.
Well, Brad Morgan is with the animal pharmaceutical company Zoetis, as well as serving as the president of the American Meat Science Association. When we return, the connection between being more grateful than wasteful.